Hey guys, it's Rahim. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, smash the subscribe button because I talk about property investment, personal development, and how to gain financial freedom. Just a quick note, I'm going to be asking you for a favor. The favor I'm asking you is that we've done a little bit of research. We've realized 51% of the people that are watching my channel have not smashed subscribe button. If you're one of those, I would really ask you to kindly hit that subscribe button so that then the algorithm will help push our videos out there, and it would also reach wider audience, and then it gives me motivation and literal inspiration to do lots and lots of these videos. In this video, I'm going to share with you how setting up a trust will lead you to financial freedom, and to the people that you are working for. I'm talking about maybe your kids, your family members, whoever that you really want to inherit this thing for when you're gone, or for when you're no longer perhaps interested or maybe old. And it is also how you can make your money work a lot harder for you, instead of the taxman taking it away from you. You see, in order for you to become very successful and literally leave generational wealth for the people around you, very important for you to have a trust. A trust is the thing that will really help you manage your assets and make these assets outlive you for generations and generations to come. Let me just share with you why setting up a trust is very important. So before we get to that, let's define what is a family trust. A family trust is a trust that is set up for the benefit of family members. Common reason for setting up a family trust includes setting funds aside for future generation, passing asset on to a child or grandchildren, but not until they get older. That is the definition of it. So now let's look at the breakdown of why people doing it and how you can set it up in a way that it really helps. And again, by the way, it's very easy to set up a trust. It's very easy. It takes the lawyers and the accountant to do it literally within a day. Literally, it's so easy to do. But why people do it? You know, because very important for you to copy what successful people are doing, right? Because that's what you want to be doing as well when you become successful. The number one reason why successful people, millionaires or billionaires, set up trust is tax efficiency. What do I mean by that? You see, when you've got a trust, you are automatically tax efficient, because what that does, a trust can reduce inheritance tax liabilities and maximize the wealth you pass on to your children or to whoever is going to inherit your properties or your investment. I'll give an example why it is tax efficient. Suppose you've got £1 million property investment portfolio, and suppose you're one of those old school, you want to pay everything off and you don't want to leave your family with debt. I understand where you're coming from, it makes sense. But what happened when you're gone? Suppose you passed away and you didn't have any trust, and nothing like that has been put in place. Touch base, you live for a very long time. So when you passed away, what happened is the government will charge a tax on whatever you've left to your children or to your great-grandchildren, whoever is due to inherit those properties. That is the tax that they pay for when you're gone. But by the way, as of today, any amount less than £325,000, you don't normally get any inheritance tax on it. However, in our example, suppose then you've got £1 million property portfolio and you've paid all that, there's no debt on it. If you passed away, the taxman would be entitled to 40% of that £1 million property portfolio. You got it right, 40%. You may be thinking, what? That is crazy. So out of £1 million, the government, the taxman, will take back £400,000. Yish, gone, literally gone. That's the tax that hits your family straight away. So out of that £1 million property portfolio, £400,000 is gone to tax, and they've only left with £600,000, right? So literally it's almost half of your wealth is gone. So that is one of the reasons why setting up a tax efficient trust is vitally important. And at the same time, not paying off your whole property portfolio. Because once you've paid your whole property portfolio, suppose that not everybody do trust. Let me explain that, why sometimes it's not good. Forget the trust for like 5 seconds or so. So if you've paid off all your property debt, you haven't got any debt in your portfolio, you now know you get £400,000 hit on your tax straight away if you've not paid. However, if that property portfolio had a debt on it, suppose you haven't paid any of these debts, okay? Suppose you're on interest only and you've got a debt, let's say 75% of the portfolio is debt, because normally that's how it works. 75, the bank lend is 75% of whatever your portfolios or your properties. Let's say that you've got £750,000 debt in that property portfolio. So when you're gone, right, at that point, you've only got an equity of £250,000, which is the 25% of the £1 million. So that's your equity. So at that point, if you passed away, the government would only tax your family members or whoever inherit that property portfolio on the £250,000. In essence, they would have 40% of the £250,000 in this case, because that's your equity, which would be £100,000. So out of the £250,000, the government got about how much? £100,000. Versus if you've paid all your debt for £100,000, you can see you've automatically saved your family member or whoever inherit that property portfolio £300,000. So if you're investing, you're a property investor, never ever try to pay your portfolio. It's not tax efficient to do that. Okay, I know old school landlords, old school investors, especially Asians and us Africans, we like to own things. Right, this is my property, I'm not going to take it away from you. Nobody's going to take it out. I paid for it 100%. I get that. But if you really want to leave wealth, generational wealth for your family, maybe you want to take a loan on it so that you've got less tax to pay for when you are gone. Number 2, asset protection. One of the biggest advantage of having a trust. Basically, it protects your asset from creditors, lawsuit, or divorce. Very important. If your properties are in solid trust, you've got that asset protection just in case creditors are literally going down your neck, or perhaps you've got a lawsuit going against you. Maybe for whatever reason, your wife or your husband wanted to kiss goodbye to you. So if it's in a trust, that really protects you from not having issues with those people that will be literally hammering on you, wanting to take your money that you work really hard for. Number 3, control of wealth. You see, having a trust allows specific terms of asset distribution, ensuring funds are used as you intend it to be. That's one of the reasons why you kind of do that, especially if you've got children. You may want to have in your trust when and how they can get their share. Some people would say when they finish university. Some people would say when they go into university, basically the asset profit is used to pay for their tuition, for their accommodation, anything to do with education and things like that. And then basically you will stipulate how your assets, your wealth is distributed for when you're gone. Next, financial planning. Having a trust facilitates long-term financial planning, including retirement and educational expenses. So basically, if you've got that financial, it allows you to plan basically how much money needs to go towards your retirement, how much money needs to go towards your education or your children's education or whoever that's going to inherit your wealth when you're gone. Finally, one of the most important reasons why you should set up a trust is legacy and preservation, ensuring lasting financial legacy, supporting future generations. For example, suppose that you want your wealth not just to benefit your children, it's to benefit your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, or maybe you have a charity, a cause, whatever that may be for you, that they can use your wealth to keep that going. It becomes a generational thing and people will remember you even though you've gone long time ago. I hope this video has given you an insight of what trust is, the benefit of having a trust, and how important it is to have it to prepare yourself for when you are here in this world, or for when you're gone, or for when you're not able to do anything on your own. So thank you so much for watching. I look forward to sharing next video. Thank you.